Well, in her final closing argument to sway the American vote, Kamila, Willie Brown's side piece,
That is true.
talks about love, joy, unity, and compassion.
A bullshit?
As she throws Trump supporters under the bus by calling them Nazis.
What?
And calls Trump unhinged, unchecked, and unstable.
Are you retarded?
I'm Jazz Berganzo on this. 6 days, people.
Kamala Harris,
6 days.
we can't stand you. You're a shit vice president.
What's next? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Jazz Berganzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Wednesday. Happy hump day. Well, just like a courtroom scene that you would see in any TV show, we have closing arguments. Yes. Trump's closing arguments was McDonald's, Joe Rogan's Experience, and showing up at Madison Square Garden where 20,000 people came in support of him. So what's Kamala to do? What's Kamala need, Pat? Kamala Willie Brown, what can she do? Well, she talks about unity, joy, compassion, love. As she throws Trump supporters under the bus by trashing them, calling them Nazis. And with Trump, well, he's unhinged, unchecked, and unbalanced. Good job, Kamala. Way to sway. And here we go. This comes out of Breitbart. Nasty Kamala Harris glooms in highly negative closing speech, bashing Trump as unstable again. Color me shocked. We go to Washington. Vice President Kamala Harris brought a dark and gloomy tone to her high partisan closing argument speech on the Ellipse Tuesday night, which was delivered in an audience clearly culled from the American base. Kamala Harris's remarks were uttered in contrast to the joy she and Democrats attempted to manufacture at the Democratic National Convention in Chicago just 2 months ago. Remember that? Remember all the joy, the love 2 months ago? Yeah, what the hell happened? She opened her speech with a vicious attack on Trump rather than a policy platform or positive vision for the future if she wins. Harris basically falsely claims that Trump would see the U.S. military against American citizens and claimed he is unstable.
America, this is not a candidate for president who is thinking about how to make your life better.
Yes. Did you hear were they boos for her, or were they were they boos for her? I'm just saying. Donald Trump has spent a decade trying to keep the American people divided and afraid of each other. This is who he is, she added in her extremely divisive speech. She also referred him to as a petty tyrant. The inflammatory rhetoric comes as Harris has taken to equating Trump, who is nearly assassinated twice. Remember that? Back in July and then later on. As fascist in the home stretch of the race, as he dominates the Democrats in early and mail-in voting numbers compared to margins just 4 years ago in what turned out to be a razor-thin election. Yes, it wasn't 81 million votes that dementia won by. It was a lot closer. Shenanigans, anyone? Harris' attack comes as Trump was highly critical of her rhetoric while addressed to reporters at Mar-a-Lago earlier Tuesday. Trump said that Harris is running a campaign of absolute hate.
So, I'm running on a plan to save America. We're going to save America. We have no choice. It's the greatest there is. We love it, and we're going to save it. We have no choice. And it's going to be saving it from the incredible destruction that's been caused by crooked Joe Biden and Kamala. And she's responsible because he wasn't responsible, and she never said that. He didn't know too much about what was happening. Maybe that was exposed during the debate. And yet still the way they took that away from him was not right.
But it was democratic. Remember that. It was about democracy.
They stole the presidency of the United States. You can call it a coup, you can call it whatever, but they stole it. They went in like taking candy from a baby. And can't have that. And she's running on a campaign of demoralization and really a campaign of destruction.
She's running a campaign on demoralization of really campaign of destruction, Trump said. But really, perhaps more than anything else, it's a campaign of hate, a campaign of absolute hate. He then called out the lies and slander Harris used in the final stretch of the race after he faced 2 assassination attempts as shameful and inexcusable.
after 2 assassination attempts in just over 3 months. Her lies and her slanders are very shameful and really inexcusable. And I can say that
This is, what can you say? What can you say? If you were leading in the polls, and of course I said the polls, you can take them with a grain of salt because you can make the polls sway however you want to wish. But look at 2 months ago. Joy, joy, joy. Everybody was holding hands, kumbaya. Democrats were riding high, you know, especially coming off that deplorable DNC convention. And look what happened. You know, a second assassination attempt on Trump. You know, you had abortions going on outside of the DNC convention, which was not a good look, not good on the optics, you know, for them. That kind of started the avalanche, and it kept going and going and going. Kamala kept on showing up, and every time she showed up somewhere to talk, she stuck her foot in her mouth over and over and over again. While Trump showed up at McDonald's, of course, most recently, Joe Rogan, 3 hours with Joe Rogan, which Kamala can't do. Joe Rogan's trying to get her in there. At this point of the game, it's kind of moot. You know, why bother? You know, she can't last 3 minutes, but yeah, you want her to sit there for 3 hours. Yeah, okay. But, and of course, let us not forget the mammoth outing at Madison Square Garden, 20,000 plus, including thousands outside watching on monitors as Trump rocked the house. Trump talked about policy. He has. Over the last several weeks doing long-form videos, long-form podcasts, shall I say, he's been talking about policy. He's been jovial. He's relaxed. You know, he's allowed jokes about himself. You know, he's mellow. He's mellowed out now, you know. You would think that he would be very, very angry after everything that's going on in the last few months. You know, wouldn't you? You know, you got shot at twice, you know. But good for him. But then when you look at Kamala, it went from, you know, joy, joy, joy to now hate, 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 hate. You know, to quote Ice-T at the Haters Club. This is where we are. 6 days to make this all go away. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Borganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.